Hi guys, I'm VikingGaymer, and welcome to a game called Bear With Me. I was searching through Steam trying to figure out what the next group of videos is going to be, and for some reason I couldn't quite find one that kind of like piqued my interest, or at least something that I could afford for now. And I found this game, and I was looking into it, and it won the 2014 Indie Game Awards and everything. And it also got nominated for Best Noir type game, I think it was, something like that. Best Noir style. And yeah, it's kind of based off of like the point-and-click adventures of the old days, like King's Quest, Quest for Glory, Space Quest, and all that and everything. But it has like a noir type of feel to it. So I wanted to take a look at it with you guys, so I figured, you know what, let's give it a shot right now. And I don't know why it says continue. I haven't really played this at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit start. Let's go ahead and load game. There's nothing to load. Is there? Oh, there it is. Down there. I didn't see that. New game. And the premise for this game is going to be that we, from what it said from the store page, we have a brother that's like disappeared for some reason, and now with our trusty old retired detective Teddy, we're going to be searching through this city, you know, trying to find our lost brother. That's at least what it said in the store, so other than that, I'm not sure.
Please wake up.
Hello? Okay. Amber's room. Let's look at pillow.
It's where I rest my pretty little head.
Okay.
It's where...
Alright, that's... Oh, we're gonna... Bed.
This is my bed. There are many beds like this, but this one is mine.
Alright, so I assume you're the one that woke us up, so let's talk to you.
It seems you had a nightmare.
I don't really remember. There was this fire. Yeah, but I can't handle nightmares. I don't really remember. I don't understand what that was.
I don't really remember. That's all right, miss. Nightmares are best forgotten. I guess you're right. What are you doing here, Millie? Is everything okay? Oh, no, miss. Something terrible is happening down in Paper City. I came here as soon as I could. I wanted to warn you and your brother not to go there, but when we arrived, I could only find you. What do you mean? Miss, I'm afraid your brother is missing. I have to go find Flint. Millie, you stay here and rest. I'll come and check up on you later. Please, before you go around looking for your brother, miss, go and find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along. He's retired now, but he was always so fond of you. I'm sure he'll help you out. He may not be an easygoing man, but he has a kind heart. Ted? I know where he is. He has a small office in my closet, but Ted and we can't work together anymore. Mostly because I'm still smart and driven and he's become a burnout. I haven't seen him since he left the city. But whatever falling out you two had, I beg you to reconcile.
Okay, Millie.
Okay, Millie, I'll go ask him. But I'm not sure if he'll even hear me out. We left off on a really bad note.
It's a shame you two aren't working together anymore. You were always such good friends. But for your sake, miss, please don't go wandering around alone. There is something else I haven't told you about. The reason I came all the way down here. There is this man that came down to Paper City a week ago. He's asking a lot of questions about you.
What man?
We call him the Red Man. There were a lot of fires down in the city this past week, ever since he showed up. The officials are burying their heads in the sand, while this man has an entire city, your city, miss, cowering in fear.
Well, Paper City Police Department isn't known for its heroic head-on approach to crime fighting.
The mayor and the commissioner have issued a citywide lockdown until all of this is sorted out. A lot of people are escaping the city. We managed to escape through the East Tunnel's maintenance route, but most of the exits are closed off now.
You said we escaped. Is someone else here with you?
The mugshot boys helped me through the east tunnel. Bless their hearts. We arrived at Flint's room, but he wasn't there, so I came here to wake you up.
I have to go now, Millie. I'll be back as soon as I can to come check on you. Do you need anything?
I'm fine, little miss. I just need to rest is all. Please, before you go out, find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along.
This is such a weird concept. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like...
A cardboard box.
Well...
I think this one is full of my rare bottle caps. It's pointless dedication from a bygone era, I know.
It kind of reminds me of, like, when children playing and then they go ahead and they, like, role play, like, certain characters and everything, you know, like Cowboys and Indians and all that. But it's, like, taken to a very, very, like, dark noir style, like, kind of like a combination of, like, an adult's version of a role-playing child or something like that. This is really weird. Let's look at the biology book before we go into the closet.
It's all about the birds and the bees, and how the birds like to eat the bees and other insects.
Okay. Strange little girl. Moving on. Let's go to the closet. Teddy Bear. Private Eye. Hello.
Amber Ashworth. If I had a nickel for every time this broad got me into trouble, I'd be neck deep in nickels right now. Something was different this time. I could feel it in the air. Someone really put the scares on her. Despite her fragile appearance, Amber's a tough kid, so it was unusual to see her like this. She starts talking, and I start pretending I don't care. I told her I'm retired, for good this time. Fell on deaf ears again. Anyway, she starts talking about Millie, Paper City, her brother, and all that jazz, and I'm wondering how many times we've gone through this before. You see, we have this routine where she asks me for help, as she always does, and I play hard to get, as I always do. Eventually, I give in. We've done this so many times I've lost count. She knows the drill, and so do I. Might as well just hear her out. Her words ring through my office. They get stuck in this haze around my head, and then they get lost in the cold autumn rain outside, tapping on my window in this hypnotic manner. It's calming in a way, or is it the booze that makes me calm? Not much to do when you're retired. Hobbies were never my cup of tea. I know her standing in my doorway with her lady in distress shtick means bad news for me, and yet I know I'm in for it again. The sun is slowly setting and the rain gets heavy. The news said there will be a storm tonight.
Hi,
Oh, cut the ceremony, doll. I ain't doing it.
Doing what?
Whatever little plan you've schemed up this time to ruin my life. You're bad news, doll. Always were. Do me a solid this time and leave me out of it. I'm busy.
I knew you wouldn't help me. I only asked because Millie insisted you come along.
Millie, are we investigating old wives' tales now? It's getting late, doll. Shouldn't you be in bed?
My bedtime hours are none of your business, Snoop. Besides, I told her this thing was out of your league.
Out of my league? I was once shot at by a Prime Minister of Denmark. Now, if you don't mind, I have some work to do.
Oh my God, you're still mad at me? After all this time? I really need your help, and I kind of promised Millie I would ask you to come along.
Mad? Why would I be mad? I was almost thrown into a wood chipper thanks to you. I was lucky. One of the guys we investigated is in my bird-watching, poker and cigar club. And where were you? You ran off.
I was following a lead, somewhere else.
Yeah? What'd you found out?
Not much.
Not a goddamn thing. Listen, doll, I've got a nice little setup here. Lately, I've been doing some tailing work for jealous husbands down in the city. Bunch of nervous train wrecks, but the money is good. I grew tired of pulling bloated toys out of Dredge River. Our days of crime fighting are over. That whole thing, it's behind us. It belongs in the past. Capiche?
You've been practicing this speech, haven't you?
A little bit. How was it?
It was okay. The part about the bodies was a bit much.
I threw that in for dramatic effect. It wasn't in the original draft, though.
No, it was good. It gets the point across.
Does it really? You're still here, and I still have a lot of work to do.
You owe me rent.
How about I just keep pretending your office isn't in my closet and you actually owe me rent?
That was kind of a cheap shot, doll. But I guess nothing ever comes for free. What's this nonsense all about, anyways?
So, according to Millie, a lot of things are happening down in Paper City lately.
What things?
Like all sorts of bad things. And there's this guy that's responsible.
According to Millie.
The mayor has issued a citywide lockdown. No one is allowed to leave or enter the city limits until all of this is sorted out. They've managed to escape through the East Tunnel maintenance route, but I think that's been closed off too.
They?
Millie and the Wine and Cheese of the Month Club. Paper City's Paper Mache. City Orchestra.
Yeah, Millie and the Paper City Orchestra. They thought they could practice here in the woods behind the house since their venue burned down.
Well, they can't. What the hell were they thinking? Besides, how did an entire orchestra escape through a maintenance tunnel? Are you making this up?
Yeah, sorry. The mugshot boys helped her out. I know how much you don't like them.
I mean, what's not to like? Fact that they're thieves and thugs? They literally stole a candy from a baby once.
But wasn't that baby an undercover cop?
Well, yeah, it was. But they didn't know that. Now, did they?
Anyways, they helped her escape the city through the East Tunnel, the one that leads to Flint's room, and she said he wasn't there. She believes he's gone missing. I need to go and check on Flint. Maybe he's still in the house, but Millie doesn't want me to go alone. She says it's possible for the Red Man to have found an exit to my house. She's really scared.
Wait, what Red Man?
She was telling me about this man, dressed completely in red. He came down to Paper City recently and was asking questions about me.
He's asking questions about you? What's so interesting about you?
Hey, I'll have you know there are a lot of people out there who find me interesting. Millie is really scared of this man. I can't leave anything to chance. Will you help me out?
Whoa there, Sugar Cup. Even if I come along, and I'm still thinking that one over, I'm afraid a crucial component that'll help in our future investigation is missing.
Your hat, your nose, your left shoe, my brother. Your nose!
Your nose? Who's got your nose? Who's got your nose?
How old are you again?
Your magnifier?
That's right, dollface. Now be a good assistant and go find it for me.
I'm sorry, your assistant?
You know what I mean. Now get cracking.
I love the humor of this so far. The writing's really well done, and also, like, it has that noir kind of feel to it, like the old 1980s detective movies and stuff like that. It's really, really well done. Well, not 1980s, 60s, something like that. It's really, really old, like, detective movies and everything. It's really cool. Really, really nice.
It's my field hockey mask. My friend Jason wants to borrow it. As far as I'm concerned, he can have it. What's the worst that can happen?
Sneakers. Box. What's in the box?
I got this for Flint, with my own money. It's some guardian superhero dude. Very bleak and depressing story arc.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to go back and find a magnifying glass for him. Let's check the drawers. Might be there.
Yes, drawers. What?
Yeah, I know they're drawers. Just go to them. There it is.
Oh, that's right. I remember playing with this a couple of days ago. It fell on the floor and the lens broke. I'll take the magnifier with me, but I better repair it before I return it to Ted.
Do we use one of the glasses here and just use the lens from that?
I don't really need glasses, but maybe they'll come in handy. Better take them with me just in case.
So then we go ahead and just take the lens out of that. Can't we do anything with that? Use glasses
Come on.
No. Use Swiss Army knife on glasses.
I broke my mom's glasses. I better find use for this lens now.
Then we take the lens out of here. Whoops. Oh god. Low. Oh, there we go. It froze a bit.
This won't hold.
Need an adhesive. Okay. It freezes up on me a little bit. I don't know why it's doing that. It's weird. It should run fine. Colored pencils. Can we check the other drawer? No. Where do we find an adhesive?
My chest.
My chest is the best. Case. Let's go to that. Huh. No, it's a battery. We'll take the battery anyway.
I'll just pick this up. You never know when it might come in handy.
Yep. And that's a big issue that I had with the Crooked Man, too, is that there's a lot of things that we can pick up that might come in handy. And it never gave me a chance to try them out, so... cardboard box... Where would an adhesive be? Couldn't it be, like, in this tray with colored pencils?
The tools I use to transfer my genius onto paper.
Are you, like, an artist? Do you draw?
My collection of paintings. Mom said I could have any painting in the house for my room. It was a rigorous selection process.
What's in this cardboard box? Oops. Didn't mean to click on
Just
that.
my stuff. I still haven't unpacked proper.
Well, open it. It could be in there. You never know. Can we go to the hallway? Maybe there's some adhesive out in the hallway.
Miss, don't go wandering.
Okay, okay. Plants. Do we take the plant?
Folium cadent. When was the last time I watered this? Oh, that's right, I didn't. It's really hanging in there.
Nope.
Ugh.
Books. Let's look at the books.
I've read all of these. Some of my favorites are The Adventures of Whodunit. Dunit, like, almost gets whacked. There is no I in crime, except for that one. And Love and Other Words, a dictionary review.
It's really good humor. Like, it's not like the greatest, like...
Cornflakes.
It's
They've
like a humor that,
gotten
like,
cold and
tickles
mushy and
your
gross.
sense of humor a bit. If that makes any sense. It's like... It's just something you can giggle at and everything. And I kind of like that. It sets the mood a bit.
It's all about the bird.
Nope. Where can I... The radio. Let's pick up the radio. Nothing. Just turn it off. I didn't even mean to... Okay. Can we check this drawer?
Yes, yes.
Nope. Where would there be an adhesive? Could it be back with Teddy? There we go, sticky glue.
I bet this glue will be useful. Better take it with me.
Just take Teddy's friggin' glue. Just why not? Okay, so we use the glue on the magnifying glass. Okay, whenever I click it, like when I double click on something accidentally, it like skips it.
Voila! A
There
perfect
we go.
crime Ted will never know.
There. So now we can give Ted the magnifying glass. Oops. Clicked out of the game. There we go. Give it to Ted. There we go.
That's not my magnifier.
What do you mean? It's a magnifier. It magnifies and everything?
No, this is my magnifier, with the lens missing, which I'm sure you broke recently. You've replaced the lens with your mom's glasses and glued them together with kids' glue.
How could you figure
That's
that out?
preposterous. Never have I ever.
You
Okay,
are the greatest
never mind.
detective.
This will do, I guess. Let's head out.
Where's his feet? He's missing his shoes. Alright, Millie. We're on our way out. Bye.
Let's head out. Watch my back, Ted.
Now we're in some house. We're in my parents' house. What should we look at? Flint's room. Let's go in and explore Flint's room first. The scene of the crime.
Wait, it's locked. But why?
This is mighty suspicious, doll. Wasn't there a hole in the study wall? You know, that one that you used to crawl through when you were younger.
You're right, Snoop. Maybe I can still fit through. It's worth checking out.
So we need to go to the study hall? Down this way? If there's one thing I gotta say that's a bit off about it is that it's a bit slow paced, and I don't know if I can turn up the speed of like the walk cycles or whatever, but hello. Hey Rusty. Still get him for a second. Okay, nothing about that. Okay. Talk to him.
Hey there, Rust. It's been a while.
Sure has, Snoop. Still walking the beat?
Not lately. I finally took some time out to sort things out.
He's pretending he's retired. It takes a lot out of him, apparently.
Well, you couldn't have picked a worse time to retire, Snoop. Things are getting close to boiling point down in the city.
What's going on, Rust?
Wish I could tell you, Bear. I'm as clueless as the rest of them. One thing I know is that I was working at the steel mill one day. The damn place got blown up.
Know anything about the Red Man? Have you heard of the city lockdown? Have you seen Flint? Have you seen Flint?
Have you seen Flint, Rusty? Millie told me he might be missing.
I'm sorry, little miss. I'm afraid I haven't seen your brother. But I'm sure he's fine. Flint is a tough kid. Besides, no one has left or entered this room since I got here.
You know anything about the Red Man?
We've heard rumors about some Red Man. Know anything about that?
I sure do. He's the damn reason all this is happening, Bear. So this Red shows up down in PC. This was a week ago. He goes after the thugs first, gathers information and such. No one thought nothing of it. Couple of beaten up lowlifes here and there. It's a common trade with these guys, you know? Then, the fire started. I hear a couple of guys down from the coal district gathered a posse, trying to corner this bird. No one heard from him since. And those guys are miners, Bear. They're as tough as nails.
Who is?
Those guys, Ted.
What kind of information is he after?
Well, here's the funny part, Snoop. I heard he was asking a lot of questions about our beloved Miss here. That's why I'm here. After Doris and the kids left the city, I figured I'd come here and make sure Amber stays safe. Now, don't you be dragging her on one of your ill-advised adventures, Bear.
Are you kidding me? Anyways, why would this guy be going around asking about her? You know anything about this, doll? Anyone whose life you're messing with? Besides mine, I mean. Angry boyfriend, perhaps?
Don't get smart. I never heard of this Red guy until tonight. Besides, you're the only man in my life, Bear.
Who's getting smart now? So, what kind of information is this guy after, Rust?
Haven't I told you about this already? He's asking about our little Miss here. Is he all right?
He's fine. He's just sleepy and grumpy and, like, totally not drunk.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm just sleepy and grumpy because she dragged me out in the middle of the night on some wild goose chase.
And I'm drunk.
Nice to see you two are getting along after all these years.
Anything about the Yellow King?
You know anything about the Yellow King?
Not really. I guess they left the thing wide open, like open to interpretation. I personally didn't think much of it.
We've heard the city is in lockdown.
Sure is. It's been like that since the mill exploded. The official statement is that there was a gas leak down at the basement level, but we all know better.
So no one interested to say, I think someone's trying to cover this thing up. Yeah.
So you think it wasn't an accident? You think someone is trying to cover something up?
I wouldn't go that far, miss. My suspicion is that the officials don't want to make a big deal out of it. Keep the folks at ease.
What about the mill owner, that Dietz fellow? He made any enemies lately? Filed any big insurance claim or something?
Nah, Bear. Mr. Dietz is a straight-up bird. Besides, his son was down at the mill when it happened. Kid got a little earbuzz is all.
How'd you escape?
I used the east tunnel maintenance shaft, but the thing was getting close to collapsing. I think they closed it off completely after I got through.
So no one leaves or enters the city at this point?
That's what the lockdown implies, Bear. Folks are still escaping, though. I hear some of them got here through the tunnels. Them mugshot boys were the first to flee, and poor old Millie. I hear she got here safe.
Millie's in my room. She's resting.
Bless your kind heart, little miss. I'll stay here in the hallway. Keep an eye out.
Can you do it, Rust? You seem kind of tired.
I ain't no bunny, little miss. Some buster tries to pull a fast one on me, I'll give him a little chin music before I drop a dime on him to the elbows.
What?
He's saying he can do it. Well,
bye.
we better get cracking. Catch you later, Rust.
Sure thing, Snoop.
Thank you, Rusty. Bye.
Bye, little miss. Don't worry about your brother. I'm sure he's alright.
So I have like mixed feelings about this game. Like, it's really stylized, like it looks great, and it really fits like the atmosphere that the game is trying to portray. And the writing, you know, there's some of it is really well written, and some of it just seems way too cheesy. But then I kind of like cheesy stuff. That's why I kind of laugh at like all the jokes that they portray and everything. But there's just there is something that's missing to it. And I think it's just the pacing of it. It just seems really, really slow. I mean, I don't know. From the adventure games I played, it's not too slow, but this one just seems not up to snuff. I don't know. It is an indie game, and I am enjoying it. I'm not denying that one bit. This is a lot of fun for me, at least. Enjoying a little bit of a story.
This hole leads to Flint's room. It's covered in cobwebs, though. That's so gross. Go in, Ted, and check it out. I'll wait for you here.
I'm sorry, doll. As much as crawling through spider-infested holes sounds appealing to me, I have to pass. See, spiders tend to nest in my fur, and then I have to take a bath and go through this whole fumigation process. It's a mess.
Okay. So we're gonna need something to clear that out. So let's look at the book. What's in the
Lex
book?
injusta non est lex? Funny made-up words. Although they have a certain righteous ring to them.
Is it French or Latin? What's in the globe? There's a little bit of a stripe in the center of it. So it could mean a hidden switch or something.
Let's take this bad boy for a spin.
Or we could do that. Never mind. Riveting. Anyway, hourglass.
It looks pretty. The sand, I bet, came from somewhere far away.
That dim-witted boy sells these down at the local market, so the sand probably came from...
Nope, somewhere far away. Maybe some desert.
Sure, the desert.
Cigar box.
Ew, cigars are gross. Of all the places in the world, the flavor country seems least appealing to me.
So is this like my dad's study, I think? Yeah, it could be.
Highly
Glass.
breakable. Believe me, I know. Nothing interesting about it.
Yeah, it just, like I said, the writing does seem a bit... But it's tolerable. Like, I've
A
same
book
way worse
titled
writing than stuff like
Objection,
this.
Your Honor. The most commonly used phrases in TV courtroom dramas. I'll allow it.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna find anything here. You look at the Anubis bus. Can we take it? Or we can just knock it down.
There's a number written underneath. 107. What does it mean?
10-7's the police code for an unconscious or a dead person.
That's a little grim.
I don't make the rules. I sure as hell don't follow them either.
Okay. Something. What's
It's
that?
a decorative plaque of some sort? Or an award for wood chopping? I don't really know.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get much of here. Because I'm trying to look around and see what else there is, and there's not much here.
Hey, a flashlight. But there are no batteries inside.
There's bound to be some in the house.
We can ask Rusty if he'll give us one of his. I'll take the flashlight with me.
We do have a flashlight, though. We just use that battery
This
on
won't
thing.
work. It usually takes 2 or more of these.
Okay, never mind. I figure you can use at least a little bit of the flashlight with what battery you do have. So we're gonna have to come back and have to clear off that.
What the hell? What was that?
I don't know, Ted. Lights? Tricks?
Yeah, I guess. I'm getting too old for this.
Thing. This thing.
Yeah, Sounds right.
Not really.
Okay. That happened. Let's ask Rusty about a battery.
Rust, we need a big favor.
What's this about, Bear?
Rusty, we need a battery for our flashlight. We thought you could help us out.
Sure, I got batteries, but here's the problem, miss. If I give you a battery, I gotta shut down for the rest of the night, and I have to keep an eye out.
We could take some of that edge off, Rust. Why don't you rest your eyes for a bit and let me and the doll here take over?
You? No offense, Bear. I respect you as much as anyone in Paper City, but this here is different. I don't think you could handle this red guy on your own. You should take care of Miss and Millie and leave the patrol to me.
Are you saying I'm not qualified for watch duty? We have to wrap this thing up, fast. There's a bottle of carrot juice in my desk that's longing for my return. We can keep an eye out for anyone suspicious in the meantime. Besides, you know I'm more than qualified. That nasty business from a couple of years ago, with them robots going missing. I was the one that brought that whole shady affair down, and you know it.
Are you trying to play me, Bear? I know you had nothing to do with that. That thing went so high up, there's no chance in hell a snoop like you even got close to wrapping it up.
You seem to have blown a fuse there, Rust. It was me who cracked that case, and I can prove it. I have the case file and the credentials, handed to me by the commissioner in my office somewhere.
Okay, settle down there, Bear. Let's make a deal. You show me the credentials, and I'll hand over the battery. It's not that I don't believe you. I just want to make sure you're not playing me is all.
Can't you give us just one battery, Rusty? You'll still have a couple of them left, right?
Here's the thing, little miss. It's a closed circuit.
She knows. She's just playing on your soft side, Rust.
So we need some credentials, we need a
Ted
thing to
and
clear out the
move away.
space.
Oh my god, Ted, you're not supposed to read the brackets. A do-over?
Keep it rolling! We should get to my office, doll. There's an old file I have to find.
What's this whole deal about anyways? Why can't he just give us a battery? We can keep an eye out.
Rust is having a hard time coping with what happened. He worked in that mill for over 20 years, and now suddenly he's got nothing to do. Let's just do this to humor him.
Poor Rust. Okay, you're right. Let's find that file.
I think by the time this is over, we're going to meet a lot of people in his position.
Alright, let's go ahead. And I think I'm a doll. Maybe I'm a kid or a doll or something like that. I don't know. He keeps referencing her as doll, so yeah, it's portraying, a female back in those, older movies, but in this case, because everybody's pretty much a toy, so yeah, she's possibly a doll. I'm gonna say she's a doll. If I'm wrong, eh. And also, she's got little outlines in her arms and her face a bit.
There should be an old file here somewhere. Nasty business from a couple of years ago. The robot union hired me to look into several cases of robot kidnappings.
I remember. That CEO of Illuminarium, Skinner, used robot parts to manufacture headlights at low prices.
Yep, I brought down that whole shady deal. Almost got shot in the process. Rust finds me unqualified for lookout duty. Probably thinks I'm a burnout.
You're not a burnout, Ted. I mean, you were more driven before, but I understand you've had a lot on your mind lately. Anyways, I'm really glad you're with me on this one.
Sure thing, doll. What, am I going to say no to you?
Thanks, Ted.
Don't mention it, partner.
Okay, now we're made up all of a sudden? For whatever they did? I don't know.
There. Is this it?
Yep, that's the one. Let's head back to that hothead robot.
Okay, now we're heading back. Such an easy find. Puzzles are really easy so far. Although if this is technically in a kid's fantasy or something like that, it shouldn't be too difficult as well. Although that little thing we saw did creep me out a bit. I had to see, is there any way for me to speed up the movements? Because I know in the old adventure games there was a way for you to speed it up, so let me check really quick. No, it doesn't look like I can. Oh well. Sorry, it's gonna be a bit slow moving anyway, but we're good.
Having trouble finding your proof?
I'll find it. It's somewhere.
No,
Sure
we got
thing.
it.
Take it.
We got it. Shut up. Credentials to Rusty.
There you go, buddy. Signed and authorized by Commissioner Locke himself. Anyways, we really need that battery now, Rust. Time's a factor here.
So it was you. I'll be damned. That was a big deal for us robots, you know? I always held you in high regard, Bear. But you just earned my utmost admiration, let me tell you. You can have my battery. I can use a little shut-eye, to be honest. Keep an eye out, and keep little Miss here safe. Oh, and check on Millie from time to time. Make sure she's all right.
Thanks, Rust. We won't let you down.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Get some sleep. We'll wake you up in the morning.
Okay. How many batteries do we get? We got 2 now. Is that gonna be enough for the battery?
Hey, I got it working.
Sweet. Can we turn it off? Nope. Okay. Parents' room. Can we go in the parents' room? Just check and see what's in there?
It's locked. I mean, of course it is.
Okay. Plants, couch, oversized plants. Okay. So let's see if we can use the flashlight now to go underneath it. Is that why we didn't go there? Check that. Or is it for like, we gotta use it for downstairs?
This hole leads to... Go in, Ted, and...
I'm sorry. See, it's a...
Yep. We got it. Can we use that on that?
Come on.
Okay, never mind then. Oh wait, that was Swiss Army knife. Can we use that to cut the...
Come on.
Nope. Okay. So, never mind. We have to go to a different location. We'll come back to here once everything's done. So let's go ahead and head downstairs.
You use them to move up?
Fascinating.
Yeah, no shit. Can we go down? Nope, we're stuck over here. So, let's check the bedroom. Or we need to go to the attic. Yeah, that would make sense. If we have the flashlight, we would have to go to the attic. Or here, it's a really, really dark friggin' bathroom. A duster. Let's take the duster. Used by the French page. Got it.
This duster may come in handy. I'll take it with me just in case.
Yep, so we can use that for the...
It's full of
Okay. So we can use that for the little hole there. So, do we need anything from in here? Pills? What kind of pills are here?
I don't know what these are for, but I'm not allowed to take them. They taste terrible anyways.
Okay. She's already taking pills. Alright. Look at the mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who will be a beautiful princess who's bound to live a long and happy life in a castle somewhere in France and have lots of ponies?
You are Amber? Like for toads?
I knew it.
Did that thing just talk?
I don't know. Did it?
Weird sense of humor this game has. Oh, have you seen him yet?
What's happening? What is this? Doll, you seeing this?
I don't know, Ted. What was that?
It's fine. It's nothing. It's the middle of the night and the light is playing tricks on us. Let's go.
It's a rave. We're at a rave. Aw. Right, now we can head over to the little hole. Get into our brother's room. Let's go ahead and go in here to study. I'm trying to like move past it because I don't know like how long of a game this is going to be. I mean, all I really know is that it's a NOIR style and everything. It doesn't really specify like how long of a game it is or like what if it's like episodic, but we'll see.
There, I cleaned it up. Go crawl through.
Why don't you crawl through?
Obviously, I can't fit. Otherwise, I would totally do it.
Sure you would. The case was spinning out of control. So fast I had to hold onto my hat. Nothing made sense, and it was getting more twisted by the minute. We've come across an old buddy of mine who has suddenly found himself out of purpose and place. The steel mill, where Rust worked for years, got blown to bits. Hundreds of hard-working, honest people lost their jobs overnight. The police are writing it off as an accident. Coincidentally, there were a lot of accidents this past week. The whole damn city was burning up and no one was doing anything about it. Did I pick the wrong time to get out of that dump? According to Rust and Millie, one man is responsible for all this mayhem. In 1 week, he's become a synonym for fear throughout the city, and police and thugs alike are shuddering at the mention of his name. They call him the Red Man. I have a strong feeling in my gut it's all somehow connected. My retirement, the fires, and the official cover-up. What happened to Flint, the Red Man. It's all leading to her. I feel she is the key to all of this, the last piece of the puzzle I have to solve. Does she know more than she's led me to believe? Or have I let my suspicions get the better of me? It's hard for me to admit this. It's also downright stupid. But I've let myself trust her over the years we've worked together. And I have to trust her now. Sooner or later, we'll find ourselves back in that hellhole of a city. This bond I have with her will be the only thread I'll have to hold on to when things go from bad to worse. In Paper City, all bets are off, but the stakes were never as high as now.
Okay. So we're in Flint's room. There's a red cloth here. I think that's a good spot to like end it. Just set up for like the next part and everything. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the game a lot. It's like I said, the writing is a bit weird here and there. Like some of it works really well. Some of it just But the style of it, you know, the look of it, the artistic style they go with it and everything looks really, really well. The whole noir aspect to it and everything, and also how like this is kind of portraying a bit of like a combination of adult situations along with like a childish, you know, like atmosphere or like surrounding or something like that. It's really, really weird mix, but it seems to be working so far. I mean, it's an interesting story, and I want to find out who this Red Man is. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. So anyway. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hada!